Hello, my name is Andy Wright, and I'm the executive manager here at Mountain Shamrock. We've been doing a lot of advertising for our lease to own program lately, trying our hardest to help get folks into the homes of their dreams. We met a lot of great people along the way, and we've had a few successes. But one of the recurring themes we're seeing is that people don't quite understand how our lease to own program works and how it can benefit them. We get questions about that all the time, so I decided to put this video together to let you all know exactly how our lease to own program works, what's going to be expected of you as you are brought into our program, and what you can expect from us as we partner with you and your family to help you make one of the most important decisions of your life. So let's go ahead and start at the beginning. Most of the responses that we do get are through text, Facebook Messenger, replies to our Facebook ads, etc. But what we really need is to speak with you guys on the phone. There's a lot of details about our program that we have to discuss with you, and there are some questions that you need to answer for us. So there's just too much information that we need from each other to do it in a text or a Facebook message. So please don't be shy. We don't bite. Reach out to us. Let us help you. We're not salesmen here trying to push something on you that you don't want. We genuinely care about your situation, and we're here to help. So most of these calls take about 5 minutes or less. We use them as an opportunity to introduce you to our program, answer whatever questions you might have, and to get some information from you about the type of home you're looking for and where you'd like to live. Your answers to our questions are going to really help us zero in on the exact home, in the exact area, at the exact price that you and your family are looking for. So yeah, welcome to our lease to own program and the Mountain Shamrock family. It's pretty much that simple. That initial interview is going to get you into our database of potential tenant buyers, and it will also get you notified first when we acquire a new property. So there is a chance that we already have something in our inventory that's going to meet your needs. And if that's the case, we're going to have you drive by the property to make sure that you like the home in the neighborhood. If you do, we're going to arrange a time to meet you there and walk you through the interior of the home. If this is the one for you, we're going to require a small deposit at that point to reserve it for you and your family. And I'm going to be discussing more about costs here in a minute. If we don't have a home in our inventory that meets your needs, we're going to begin marketing to your areas of interest to find owners who are willing to sell us their property on your behalf. Now, even though we're going to be hard at work looking for homes for you, we encourage you to help us out. The websites listed here on this slide are great resources, and if you find something you like on these sites, we want you to forward it to us. We can then begin negotiating with the sellers. We tend to find that for sale by owners and properties that have been up for sale for a few months or more are great candidates for our lease to own program. So once we do find a home that meets your needs, we're going to need you to go through our pre-qualification process. This is going to take about 5 minutes of your time. We're going to send you to a website that does our background and credit checks for us. You're going to fill out a couple of forms, and then they're going to send us a report that gives us a high-level look at your credit and your income history. We're now going to be able to set up an appointment between ourselves, you, and one of our partner mortgage brokers here in Flagstaff. These guys are experts in their field. They're going to very quickly be able to determine how long it's going to take you to repair your credit to a level where the banks are going to give you a loan to purchase the property from us. They're also going to give you strict instructions on what you need to do throughout the course of your lease period to repair your credit. I highly recommend that you do exactly what they tell you. Our number one goal here is to make you a homeowner, not a home leaser. So you've got to get that loan from the bank at some point to be able to close on your home and finally kick us to the curb. All right, so now we've got a home picked out, background credit checks are done. We got our mortgage broker's expert opinion on how long it's going to take you to get the banks to talk to you. Now we can finally lay out the terms of our lease to own contracts. Take notice of how far into the process we are here before we're finally able to provide you with an exact number on purchase price, down payment, monthly payment, and the length of the contract. We get a lot of people that ask us about price when we advertise a property. We do the best we can to get in the ballpark, but we really have no way of getting down to the specifics till we get to this stage of the game, and I'm about to explain to you why. So I'm going to use a hypothetical property here with hypothetical numbers just to illustrate how we come up with all these detailed numbers. So let's go through each one of these items. Address is pretty self-explanatory. It's where the property is located. The purchase price as of today is the price the home would cost you if you could buy it from us right now. We know you can't, but that's the starting point for determining what our final purchase price is going to be. Contract terms based on the length of time our broker thinks it's going to take you to repair your credit so you can get a loan from a bank. Market appreciation is a calculation that defines how much home prices increase in our area from one year to the next. Taxes and insurance, self-explanatory there, but they both factor into your monthly lease payment. So what we do to come up with the final purchase price for you is piece together numbers 2, 3, and 4. The Flagstaff market is appreciating at 5% per year, and it's going to take you 2 years to purchase the house from us. We go ahead and we run the calculation for 1 year, right? So we multiply 100,000, the purchase price as of today, times 5%. We get $5,000 out of that. We add it back to the $100,000 cost. If you could buy it from us in 1 year, it'd cost you $105,000. But in this example, it's 2 years, so we go out another year and we multiply 105,000 times 5%. That gives us 5,250. We add that to 105,000, which gives us our final purchase price after 2 years of $110,250. So now that we've got that final purchase price, we can use that number to determine your down payment, or what we call an option consideration, and your monthly payment. We generally look for a 5% down payment on our lease-to-own homes, or what we call an option consideration. This is non-refundable and it goes towards the purchase price of your home. So we like to call this skin in the game. So remember, our number one goal here is to make sure that you become a homeowner. And in this example, you'd have to come up with $5,500 as an option consideration to buy this house. For most of us, losing $5,500 with nothing to show for it would be pretty painful. So that actually provides you a little more incentive to work on that credit score during your lease period. So the last thing here is our monthly lease payment. For this, we're going to use a mortgage calculator. You can find them all over the place online. Here's a link to one that we use. So we're going to go ahead and assume you're going to get a 30-year mortgage like most people do. We have to estimate what we think the interest rate is going to be in 2 years. We're going to pick 6% for that. Our loan amount is $104,570. Remember, we're crediting the $5,500 option consideration to you when you purchase the house. So we're subtracting $5,500 from $110,250, and we get $104,570. You got your $1,000 annual taxes, $500 annual insurance, which would bring your monthly lease payment, which includes your loan principal, your interest, your taxes, your insurance, would be about $750. Now, we don't credit these monthly lease payments to the final purchase price. During your lease period with us, you're essentially renting the house, and we treat those payments as rental payments. So why don't we charge you what market rents would be? Well, paying us what you're going to eventually have to pay the bank for their loan gives the bank a paper trail, in this case 24 months worth, of evidence that you've been and will continue to make these payments successfully. So this monthly payment to us is actually going to help you qualify for your bank loan. So as you can see, there's a lot of information that goes into the calculation of final purchase price, our option consideration, and our monthly lease payment. We can ballpark these numbers for our properties when people ask, when we advertise them, but there's a better than average chance we're going to be wrong. So hopefully this helps you understand why we sometimes do advertise our properties without prices. We're not trying to be evasive. It's just that we really don't know until we get to know you and what you're capable of. So the last couple of pieces of the puzzle here, first one is signing contracts with us. We're going to have you sign a traditional landlord-tenant contract that governs your lease period. And this looks and feels the same as any other contract you've signed for properties that you've rented in the past. Big difference here is we're also going to have an option to purchase contract in place. And that outlines all those numbers I just got done talking about. It's going to define how long you have to purchase the property from us, what your purchase price is going to be, your down payment, your monthly lease payment, etc. So finally, we've got move-in day. So we're definitely not going to be helping you pack or carry any boxes, but we will be there with the keys to your new house and a bottle of champagne. We know how excited you and your family are going to be that day, And believe me when I tell you, we're going to be just as excited for you. We got into this business to help people, and nothing makes us happier than to see those big smiles on your faces on move-in day. So there you have it, front to back there on our lease to own program. I hope this helps fill in some of the gaps in our advertisements. There's a lot of information here in this video, and it's way too much to try to put into one of our ads. So please pick up the phone and give us a call. You can check us out at mountainshamrock.com and also follow us on Facebook. We're very friendly and we're very passionate about helping people get into the homes of their dreams, and we can't wait to hear from you. Thanks.